There's this boy and this girl. They've never met. She lives in a small town called Itomori, surrounded by mountains and traditions. It's the kind of place where everyone knows each other, where time moves differently, and where the old ways are still honored. Imagine suddenly waking up in someone else's bed, in a town or city you've never seen, answering to a different name and living someone else's life. But they know one another more deeply than most people know their best friends. And somewhere along the way, without realizing it, they fall in love. At first, they think it's just a dream. Weeks pass, but he can't stop thinking about her. Her name is fading from his memory. He doesn't even know exactly where she lives, only from what he remembers seeing through her eyes. He travels through small towns, asks random people, shows them his drawings. It was destroyed 3 years ago by a comet. Most don't recognize anything until someone finally says they know the place. But he clings to the sketches he made of her town, of the lake, of the mountains. Something in his heart tells him she's real. Taki, now in Mitsuha's body, scrambles to warn the town, to save everyone. He teams up with her friends and launches a plan to evacuate the entire area. She believes him. They know it's insane, but they trust what they feel. He climbs to the top of the sacred mountain, near where the town used to be, the one Mitsuha once told him about. The moment when sunlight and darkness coexist connects them one final time. But as years go on, she wonders if she imagined it all. He doesn't know her name or her face clearly, but he feels her absence every day. There's a constant emptiness that haunts him. They both move on with life, growing older, living new routines. But every now and then, they think of someone they can't quite remember. Someone important, but he doesn't understand why. For a brief moment, they meet face to face, in their own bodies. Taki gets off one train, Mitsuha on another. They pass each other. Their eyes lock. There's a sudden pause, a heartbeat. Something's not right. They've never met, but their souls remember. They keep walking, then both stop, around corners searching for that one person they feel they might never find again. He drinks the ceremonial Kuchikamizake Mitsuha left, and suddenly, he's back in her body. He has one more chance, but it keeps happening. Mitsuha's tired of it. Taki is shattered. They forget each other's names, the memories blur, and slowly everything they'd experienced starts to fade like a dream. He can't believe it. He's been switching bodies with a girl who's been dead for years. How is that even possible? Every day, she wishes she could live in the city. She dreams of Tokyo, of city lights, cafes, high-rise buildings, and streets that never sleep. She's a bit clumsy, kind-hearted, and just feels like her life is stuck. They live completely different lives in completely different parts of Japan, but somehow they start switching bodies. The world slows down, and all they want is to hold on to that moment forever. Twilight passes. They write their names on each other's hands to remember, so they don't forget once the magic fades. About connection. About how fate, love, and time all weave a complicated thread, and how some people are just meant to find each other, no matter what. The girl's name is Mitsuha. Then there's Taki. He lives in Tokyo, a fast-paced city filled with noise people and endless possibilities. He hangs out with friends, works at an Italian restaurant part-time, draws in his sketchbook, and sometimes feels like something's missing, but he's not sure what. He's impulsive but good-hearted. His daily life is ordinary, and like Mitsuha, he sometimes wishes for something different. Then one morning, out of nowhere, they start waking up in each other's bodies. It's confusing and chaotic at first. They figure out they're somehow switching bodies randomly, without warning, and only for a day at a time. So they begin leaving messages for each other, on paper, in phones, even scribbled on skin. They learn each other's names, lives, relationships, habits, likes, and dislikes. Taki helps Mitsuha be more confident in school, stand up to rude classmates, and even deal with her father, the town's stern mayor. Mitsuha helps Taki build better relationships with people around him, including his colleague at work, Miki. Through these strange, dreamlike experiences, they start to change each other, They haven't officially met. Then suddenly it stops. No more switching. No more notes. Just silence. Taki is devastated. Obsessed, he sets out to find her. But there's a problem. The town of Itomori? Everyone there died. This changes everything. Desperate to understand what happened, it's the evening before the comet is set to strike. Meanwhile, back at the crater, time begins to bend. The magic of Twilight Cataware Doki. They recognize each other instantly, even though they've never met properly. It's powerful, heartbreaking, and beautiful. But before Mitsuha can write hers, the moment ends. They're sent back to their own times. In Mitsuha's time, she carries out the evacuation plan. The town is saved. Lives are spared. In Taki's time, he remembers faint feelings of longing, of love, of someone he desperately wants to find. Years pass. Until one day in Tokyo, their paths cross. It's on a train. Taki turns around. She's gone. Mitsuha turns. She's gone too. But they both rush to find the other. They run through streets, under stairs, and finally they do. They see each other again. They look, hesitate, and then speak. Have we met before? And both smile softly, eyes filled with tears. I was just thinking the same thing. Because even though time tried to erase them, fate stitched their hearts together. Your name isn't just about love. It's about longing. And in the grand vastness of the universe, they did.